knockout. But you say it in a tweet, that's a cop-out. And I'm just like, hey, are you okay? And I ain't trying to mess with your self-expression, but I've learned a lesson that's stressing and obsessing about somebody else's. Snakes and stones never broke my bones, so you need to calm down. You're being so loud, and it's like, you need to just stop. But can you just not step on my gown? You need to calm down. You are somebody that we don't know, but you're coming at my friends like a missile. Why you that?
I used to rule the world, seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone, sweep the streets I used to own. Feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. 1 minute I held the key. Next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of sand, pillars of sand. I hear shivers and bells are ringing, roaring cavalry choirs are singing. Mirror, mirror, my soul is healed. Missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain. Once you know it was never, never alone. It's good. That was when I it was a wicked and wild wind.
Well, we'll rule the world soon enough. We hope. We hope the goodness and the love will rule the world. And that was, we're getting a little bit of a late start here on Rainbow Radio this morning. It's 10:10 a.m. on Sunday. And if you think if you think it's 9:10 a.m., well, you need to change your clock because it is 10:10 a.m. on daylight savings time change last night. If you haven't done that, you may want to consider doing that. I did, and I got here on time, amazingly, an hour early for me. That's not. Anyway, enough about daylight savings time. We're here. It's a beautiful day in Laguna Beach, and glad to be on the air this Sunday morning, as I am every Sunday morning. I'm going to say next Sunday, the Sunday morning, 2 weeks from today, I will have two guests on, one from the Friendship Shelter and one, Tricia O'Brien, who was a guest about a week ago. And we're going to bring her back. And Dawn, the executive director of the Friendship Shelter. And we're going to have a little powwow here and talk about all things important with, people, I can't, the word evades me at the moment. It's not homeless, but it's without houses, without domiciles. So anyway, we're going to talk about what that is and how it works and what best ways there are to remedy it. Because we do need to love and care for our neighbors. And I think that's a very good thing. That's what we're all about here. And so thanks for tuning in this morning on a Sunday. We do have Laguna Beach Pride is working very diligently. We do have secured on the first day of June, which is Pride Month, the first day we're going to start celebrating. And it will start at Mozambique with Endora from 11 to 2. And we will do drag bingo as only Endora knows how to do. So it's Sunday brunch. Go have your eggs Benedict and a little champagne and win a few prizes with bingo. A rousing good time it should be, as it has been in the past. Our Sunday brunch bingos have been well attended, and we don't expect this to be any exception. So that's what's coming up. We're still working on a beach bonfire in April 17th, I believe it is. And we're not sure how that's going to, the location. We got a couple options we're still considering. So that's my update with what's going on in Laguna Beach Pride. There's a lot going on in the community, which I like to do at the top of the first hour. Some notable LGBTQ events scheduled in the upcoming months. Well, month through April 1. So March 15th, there is a Fortune Feimeister at Irvine Improv, a stand-up comedy show that is LGBTQ friendly. And that is, where is it? At the Improv, 71 Fortune Road in Irvine. And you can find out about that by going to the website Gay Orange County. Gay Orange, boy, we never, I remember it used to always be behind the orange curtain. Now that curtain has been pulled back, folks. Yeah. So now we're all about out from behind the orange curtain. And so if you want to go to improv night at in Irvine, you can check out all the details by going to gayorangecounty.com. And then also on the 15th of this month, Rent in Concert. Experience iconic music of Rent at the Segerstrom Hall in Costa Mesa. That's 7:30. And again, that's gayorangecounty.com for more information. It looks like all of these these next few events. And then also on March 15th, March 15th, a popular day, Chance Theater's Pride Night program, the world premiere of Such Small Hands. Oh my, that sounds interesting. At 8 p.m. And that's on La Palma Avenue in Anaheim. So Chance Theater's Pride Night program, the world premiere of Such Small Hands. It's 8 p.m. That sounds fun. Now moving along to March 19th, 2025. Rock climbing. There you go. Trisha would probably be doing that. Rock climbing, Send with Pride, a safe space for LGBTQ individuals and allies to meet new climbing partners at Sender 1, SENDER 1 in Santa Ana from 7 to 9. And more details again at gayorangecounty.com. Moving along to March 20th, it's the book club meeting. Discuss The Celluloid Closet by Vito Russo. That's at the Earth Cafe in Orange. When it's on Chapman Avenue, and that's from 7 to 9 on March, 7 to 9 p.m. March 20th. So you can put that on your calendar. Another one to put on your calendar is the March 29th, Radiant Healthcare Center's 39th annual gala. Attend a gala event at Anaheim Marriott starting at 6 p.m. Again, gayorangecounty.com for more details. Then we also have Los Angeles County. That was Orange County. Los Angeles County, they have on March 26th, the Advocacy Day. It's 2025 LGBTQ plus Advocacy Day. Participate in a day of advocacy 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. the whole day. Wow. And you can get more details on that at eqcal.org. So that's EQCA. Equality California is what it stands for. And it's so eqca.org. And then moving along to San Diego County, nothing is happening in Riverside, I guess, because you'd think there'd be something in Palm Springs. But again, March 26th. This is just through to April 1st, though. So on March 26th, it is Advocacy Day. Well, they also have one in San Diego County, I guess. Same thing, Advocacy Day, but it's same day. Well, Maybe they got Los Angeles and San Diego counties mixed together. I don't know. Anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Beautiful day here in Laguna Beach. What do we have? I wanted to. Well, let's do the sign of the times. Before we do the news, I'm going to play a little music. I'm not ready for the news quite yet. Is that okay? I hope that's okay with everyone. Yeah, let's do that. Sign of the Times by Harry Styles.
Just stop you crying, it's a sign of the times. Welcome to the final show. Hope you're wearing your best clothes. You can't bribe the door on your way to the sky. You look pretty good down here, but you ain't really good. We never learned what we knew before. Why are we always looking running from the bullet? The bullet. We never learned what we knew before. Why are we always looking running from the bullet? The bullet. Just stop you crying, it's the sign of the times. We gotta get away from here. Gotta get away from here. Just stop you crying, it'll be alright. You told me that the end is near. We gotta get away from here. Just stop your crying, now the timing of life. We're breaking through the atmosphere. Things are pretty good from here. Remember, everything will be alright. We can meet again somewhere far away from here. We never learned what we knew before. Why are we always looking running for the bullet? The bullet. We never learned what we knew before. Why are we always looking running for the bullet? The bullet. Just stop you crying, it's the sign of the times. Gotta get away from here. Gotta get away from here. Stop you crying, baby, it'll be alright. Tell me that the end is here. You gotta get away from me.
So what's free? There's no traffic to mess with. You don't have to think about parking, crowds, long lines, or those people who stand in front of you and don't know how to dance. That's easy. It's the Gunapalooza and the Fantasy Concert. This is RJ Catano. Join me for 2 hours of music every Saturday at 5 p.m. And it's only here on commercial-free KXFM 104.7, worldwide at KXFMradio.org. It's the Gunapalooza and the Fantasy Concert. It's where the best seat in the house is always yours.
Yeah, it's the best seat in the house. And now, it's time for news. Are you ready? I hope maybe you need to put a little maybe you need to put a little something in that coffee this morning to calm you down. Anyway, if you've been following along the last couple of weeks, I have not had time to really give a full update on the news because I've had guests and what's going on. So this is significant news that was LGBTQ oriented. And again, to me, it's all about equality. It's not. Anyway, from February 23rd through March 9th today. So here we go. There's several items. I don't want to bore everyone on a beautiful Sunday morning when we should be out celebrating life with our friends and neighbors and loved ones, and maybe having Sunday brunch somewhere. But here we go with the news. You can have the news now, and then you can have your brunch in a little bit because it's still a little early. It's only 10:22. And if you think it's 9:22, again, well, February, so cultural and community events that happened that I haven't reported on that I want to bring everyone up to date on. The Los Angeles LGBT Center hosted Highly Loved, a day of care for Black queer folks gathering designed, well, that's great. The LGBT Center, which is huge up in LA, and they do so much for the community, particularly when it comes to healthcare. Anyway, they did have an event, Highly Loved and wonderful. And then February 23rd, the Black Joy Parade took place in Oakland, California, celebrating Black culture. That's interesting in Oakland, California. Oakland, I've watched so many documentaries on Oakland, is going through quite a bit of transitions, and it's having a rough time of it. Politically, economically, and every other way. But I think it's going to clean out, or it's going to come around anyway, and everything I see. Let's move on. February 26th in Los Angeles, the LGBT Center again presented Quintos, a theater performance exploring LGBTQ experiences. So they got a lot going on. And then on the 27th, they had another. Let's not. What's coming up? We missed these things. March 1st, there was Sydney had a Mardi Gras parade. Free to be in Sydney, Australia. And then March 1st in Cape Town Pride in South Africa. March 6th, Queerly Beloved, a free comedy show hosted by the Skidmore College. And March 7th through 9th, Cathedral City hosted the 9th annual LGBT. So that ends today, featuring live performance, parade, bed races, pride drone show, pool party. I'm sure there's a pool party in Palm Springs going on today. Probably right at this moment, people are just getting out there to the pool. March, you can race out there. March 9th, that's today, Albany's Pro Musica performed, considering Matthew Shepard. Albany Pro, I wonder where that is in Albany. The performance is aimed to foster dialogue and support. Also today, Saints and Sinners, a literary festival in New Orleans. What other news had happened? Policy changes and legal actions during this period. This is where we're getting into where you need to have your adult beverage. The Hungarian government announced plans to amend the constitution to prioritize child protection, aiming at prohibit the annual LGBTQ Pride Parade march before the 2026 elections. Prime Minister Viktor Orban criticized the Pride March, suggesting organizers should not plan future events. So that's not very nice. Going to protect the children because there's February 28th, the U.S. Office of Personnel Management issued a memo prohibiting employee resource groups promoting diversity initiatives, creating anxiety among LGBT federal employees who fear a targeted purge reminiscent of the Lavender Scare. Very true. See, this is where it's not so good. March 1st, the Art Museum of the Americas in Washington, D.C. canceled 2 exhibitions featuring Black and LGBTQ artists due to an executive order from the Trump administration directing a review of U.S. funding to international organizations. Community and organizational responses during this time. In Kansas City, over 100 people rallied in support of immigrants and LGBTQ plus community, emphasizing unity and resistance against discriminatory policies. February 26th, local LGBTQ support groups in Benzie and Manistee counties, what state would that be in? Responded to an executive order signed by President Trump, which defines sex act strictly as a male or female based on reproductive cells at conception. Organizations like PFLAG and Pride in the emphasize the importance of supporting LGBT. Okay. Moving on to February 27th, the owners of the historic Cutty Sark ship in the UK faced criticism for hosting children's activities led by drag queens during halftime. As part of its LGBTQ History Month celebrations, critics argue that such events were inappropriate for children and that public funding should not be used to promote gender ideology. Ideology? You know, they better not show Some Like It's Hot with the classic movie, because there was two male adults that dressed up in drag. I mean, really, those children might offend the... February 28th, NHS bosses in the UK faced backlash after spending thousands of pounds on an inclusion calendar promoting various identity awareness dates, including Intersex Awareness Day and International Pronouns Day. Critics argued that it diverted funds from essential healthcare services. Okay, well, what were those services that were so notable incidents? This is just killing me. I'm sorry. Anyway, the killing of Sam Nordquist, a 24-year-old transgender man from Minnesota, was reported. Nordquist had been tortured between December 24th and February 25th and February of 2025 before being killed. 5 individuals were arrested and charged with second-degree murder with depraved indifference. So he was transgendering to a male, and they held him captive for, December and February. I saw the details on, I don't know, but they had him for like 3 or 4 weeks and eventually killed him. But they were arrested and charged with second-degree murder. All of them. See how that one comes out. Cultural events. Sydney's Mardi Gras parade-themed Free to Be took place, featuring about 11,000 participants across over 200 floats. The parade started from Oxford Street, Darlinghurst, and concluded at Anzac Parade, Moore Park. The event marked the culmination of 2 weeks of celebrations highlighting LGBTQ pride and inclusivity. That's in Sydney, Australia. Good on you, Sydney. And the last news item, I'm happy to... March 6th, Albany Pro Musica performed Considering Matthew Shepard, and that's today. And I did already touch on that, so I'm repeating myself there. Sorry, folks. And with that, I'm going to do a Nora Jones. I need to calm down. Here we go.
It's not the pale that excites me, that thrills and delights me. Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. Isn't your sweet conversation that brings this sensation? Oh no, it's just the nearness of you. When you're in my arms and I feel you so close to me, all my wildest dreams came true. I need no soft lights to enchant me. If you will only grant me the right to hold you ever so tight and to feel in the night the nearness of you.
stood and talked like this before. We looked at each other in the same way then, but I can't remember where or when. The clothes you're wearing are the clothes you wore. The smile that you were smiling then, but I can't remember where or when. Some things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again, and you know. And so it seems that we have lived before and laughed before and loved before. But baby, who knows when or when? Some of those things that happen for the first time seem to be happening again. And so it seems that we have met before and laughed before and loved before. But who knows when or when?
Well, who knows where or when? So that was my musical interlude, just to calm down a little bit. So much going on, and sometimes it's nice just to listen to some music and, let the world go by a little bit as best we can. I will have to say there's a special announcement going on here from our KXFM, and it's the Laugh Awards. And you might ask, what is Laugh? LAF. Well, Laguna KXFM is starting a new tradition, and it's called Laguna Achievement Festival. Laugh, Laguna Achievement Festival. You're not going to want to miss this. On Saturday, March 29th, which is this month, at 7 Degrees, which is in the Canyon, and it's a fabulous venue. It's a celebration of all things Laguna, and a lot more fun than the Oscars, I might add, because you might know some of these people and what's going on, as opposed to there's so many movies I miss. Anyway, I digress. The event starts at 5:30 with red carpet reception, of course, and it's on its way to award ceremony. That will be hosted by a comedian, Ruta Radner, and a cast of Laguna luminaries. And there'll be all kinds of entertainment that is being put together for this fabulous event. Then once that, the party will move upstairs to the deck for an after party with a DJ Chayu. Chayu. And there's an after party next door at the Laguna Beer Company. So there you go. You're not going to want to miss it. And so, but how it works is you got to vote, because we don't want to just give some Laguna Achievement Festival awards for we want to give them to people that are deserving and what the community recognizes as powerful and wonderful community leaders, participants, whatever, supporters, all those things. So we need you to vote, and for the winner. So you need to, if you want to vote, which I encourage everyone to, please. It makes it much more valid and much more important. and then you can see your results, so you go to kxfmradio.org. That's our website /LAF, really pretty simple. Laguna Achievement Festival, LAF. To vote and buy your ticket, you can do that. It goes for a great cause, which is KXFM Community Radio. And again, that's kxfmradio.org /LAF, LAF, which stands for Laguna Achievement Festival. So that should be an outrageously fun event with entertainment and all the things that go with it. And that is coming up on the March 29th at 7 degrees. Okay, I'm going to go on with some, normally we have a lot of LGBTQ things, but I'm going to shift gears a little bit this morning. And we're going to talk about something a little more boring, but nonetheless very important. What is, so I asked the big brain, this last week, there's some tariffs being laid out there for Mexico, Canada, and China. But I'm just focusing on Mexico and Canada this morning because they're our neighbors, our closest neighbors, and near and dear to everyone. So I ask, what is important import-export trade balance with the United States, Mexico, and Canada? So as of last year, Canada, we exported to Canada $354 billion, and we imported $418 billion. So we imported $64 billion more than what we exported. Mexico was $322 billion and exported to Mexico, and we imported from Mexico $475 billion. So the trade imbalance is that we spent more than we imported more than we exported, to the tune of $152 billion. So, in other words, we've spent more money to these countries than what they've spent with us. Which you might say, well, that could be concerned because, and why is this happening? And so there's a lot to it, and just to say that it's fentanyl or criminals coming across the border is not what this is really about. I feel, in it, according to the Prime Minister of Canada, he's adamant that that's not what this is about. So, so with these figures, here's a footnote. It's important to note that the trade balances can be influenced by various factors, including economic conditions, currency fluctuations, and trade policies. Recent developments such as the imposition of tariffs can impact these balances. Okay, so I ask, what are the primary economic causes of the United States trade deficits with Canada and Mexico? And the number one, which makes sense to me, differences in production costs and labor costs is why it's happening. What is happening? Lower labor costs in Mexico and Canada, particularly Mexico's lower wages and operational costs, make it a more competitive environment for manufacturing, particularly in industries like automobiles, electronics, and textiles. This encourages U.S. companies to outsource production to Mexico while still importing the finished products back to the U.S. So what's happening is the low cost of labor, and particularly in Mexico, causes a lot of the trade imbalance. And the businesses that are American businesses move to Mexico and spend their money there and pay workers, and then they import the products back to the United States. Another thing that is causing the trade imbalance is Canada's energy and natural resources. Canada is a leading exporter of oil, gas, and lumber, which the U.S. imports in large quantities to meet its domestic demands. These are all things that are, I guess we don't ever pay much attention to. U.S. demand for energy from Canada. Canada is one of the top suppliers of crude oil and petroleum products to the U.S., making up a large portion of the trade imbalance. Since the U.S. imports more Canadian oil then it exports back to Canada. This contributes to significantly to the deficit. Auto industry integration in North America. The U.S., Canada, Mexico have deeply integrated automotive supply chains. Automobile import vehicle components from Canada and Mexico to assemble cars in the U.S., but many finished vehicles are also imported, increasing the trade deficit. So it's our businesses that find it difficult and expensive to operate in the United States that go look for less expensive operational situations in other countries. And what would help the trade deficit in this case if we did what we could to keep these businesses manufacturing, producing within the United States and make it, support them with our government legislation, whatever we can, to keep these businesses viable and strong within our own nation would help a lot. So there's no real easy answer to it, is what I'm trying to say. And there are several other reasons, but let's just and I ask what policy changes would help most of all, but let's just go to the summary because I'm not sure that everyone wants to know all these sordid details. Conclusion. So this is where it just gets so ambiguous and like, what are you going to do? After all things considered, what have causing, including the exchange rate between the countries and our money, and energy production between the companies that's being shared, all of the things that contribute to the deficit. What is the best policy mix? Tariffs may reduce the trade deficit, but they also raise consumer prices and risk retaliation. Investing in U.S. manufacturing and exports is a long-term solution, but requires significant funding. And the third one is reducing dependence on Canadian oil and Mexican low-cost labor could help, but there are economic and political challenges to making these shifts. So none of it is pleasant. It's like going to the dentist. You got to do it, and I don't know what, is the trade deficit really a problem? I mean, how much of a problem is it? Are there a lot of other financial considerations besides just the trade deficit, which would include tourism and other things that are not part of what we call trade, in quotes, So I think with anything that we do, when there's so many moving parts involved, it's not one specific response to it. It has to be an orchestrated and detailed, well thought out response. And everyone needs to understand what it's all about. And it's not just fentanyl. There's a lot more to it than just that, unfortunately. So, that's my story. So that makes me think about my next song, All Things Considered with the Trade and what's going on in our neighbors and yada, 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 yada. Here's my response.
Changed that stupid lock. I should have made you leave your key. If I'd known for just 1 second, you'd be back to bother me. Lord, now go. Walk out the door. Just turn around now. You're not welcome anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to hurt me with your spy? Did you think I'd crumble? Did you think I'd lay down and die? Oh, no, I will survive. Oh, as long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I've got all my love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. you were the one who tried to crush me with your fire. You got crumbled. Didn't think I'd lay down and die. Oh, no, no lie. I will survive. And as long as I know how to love, I know I'll be alive. I've got all my life still, and I've got so much love to give, and I'll survive. I will survive. I will Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. In other words, please be true.
Hey now, Billy Freed here, Executive Director of the nonprofit known as KXFM Radio, member supported. Did you know that we have over 80 people who do shows on our station, who volunteer their time to make great radio for you, our listener? That's quite something, isn't it? Do you know of any business where 80 people will work for free because they love it so much, because of their connection to that microphone that sends out that magic into the ether and into your ears? 80 shows on the all-new KXFM 1047 Laguna's Community Radio. Tune in. You're going to turn on.
KXRN LP, Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach. KXFM on 104.7, KXFMradio.org.
Hey there, what's up, Laguna? Janice Murray here with news. Climate change on the docket at City Council this week. They voted to adopt the Climate Action and Adaptation Plan. The CAAP aims to lower emissions, improve emergency preparedness, and to build a climate-resilient infrastructure. There's a focus on renewable energy, sustainable development, and disaster readiness. And I'm Janice Murray for news on 104.7 KXFM in Laguna Beach.
Tune in, turn on for Art Walking Radio, co-hosted by Craig Cooley, producer, and Leah Vasquez, creative director. It's all about nature nurturing culture as we explore the nascent disciplines of all the arts with guests and topics ranging from visual arts, performing arts, culinary arts, music and theater, to architecture and environmental sustainability. Join us every second Thursday of each month at 7 p.m. for Art Walking Radio, KXFM 104.7 Community Radio.
Hi, this is KXFM meteorologist Dave Murray. Happy Sunday, and what a glorious Sunday it is going to be across Laguna Beach. Lots of sunshine, 62 for the high. Water temperatures are chilly. They're about 56, but the ocean's fairly calm. Tonight, clear skies, 46. On Monday, partly sunny, 61 degrees. We do have two storm systems headed our way this week. Some showers, mainly on the light side, Monday night and into Tuesday morning. Fairly quick in and out. A stronger system Wednesday night and Thursday. There's a potential for 1 to 2 inches of rain. Snow levels drop to 4,000 feet, and the winds are rather strong and gusty. I'll keep you up to date on that second system. That's my forecast. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray. Tune in, turn on to KXFM 104.7, Laguna's Community Radio.
Winds are going to be strong and gusty. And, well, you better stay tuned to KXFM and find out more details at 7. No, is that how they do that? So I have between March 9th and March 17th, which is this coming, today's the 9th, so it's coming for the next week. These are the significant things we can either acknowledge or celebrate or wish had never happened. I don't know. It's a bit of everything for this next week. So let's do that on this day in history. In 1996, Scott Amador, a gay man, was tragically murdered by Jonathan Schmitz after revealing a same-sex crush on the Jenny Jones show. I remember that. That was quite the incident highlighted the dangers of sensationalizing LGBTQ plus individuals on public platforms. In the year 2025, Albany Pro Musica performed Considering Matthew Shepard, and we've talked about, that's the third time this has come up in my information. The performance aimed to foster dialogue and support for the LGBT plus community. I'd like to hear more about how that event went, since it's gotten so much news coverage. Okay, moving along to March 17th. In 2025, which is coming up, there will be a St. Patrick's Day parade. Yes, and for the first time, LGBTQ groups were invited to participate in Staten Island's St. Patrick's Day parade, ending a decades-long ban and marking a significant step toward inclusivity and within the community. Moving back to March 8th in 1970, police raided the Snake Pit, an illegal gay bar. Why was it illegal? Well, because it was illegal to have gay bars back then. In Greenwich Village, New York City, arresting 167 people. This event further galvanized the LGBTQ rights movement following to Stonewall riots. Again in 1970, the film The Boys in the Band premiered in New York City. It was one of the first major American motion pictures to revolve around gay characters, and it's considered a milestone in queer cinema. March 17th in 1977, Arkansas reinstated its sodomy law 2 years after repealing it, reflecting the ongoing legal challenges faced by the LGBT community during that era. I wonder if the sodomy law is still on the books. 1995, Scott Amador, a gay man, was tragically murdered by Jonathan. We already did that. Oh, I see what's happening. Okay. And that's all of the news and history for this week that's coming up. So you can run off to the St. Patrick's Day Parade and celebrate and march for the first time on Staten Island. That would be on March 17th. So there you go. You heard it here first, folks. Remember that we do have some events with Laguna Beach Pride coming up. In June, we celebrate the entire month, but we're going to kick it off with a bingo Sunday brunch at Mozambique, right down just a block away from here, the studio, not far away. I can almost see it out the window, almost. And then we're going to have a bonfire party. We're not sure the location. We're looking at 2 different locations, but I'll keep you posted on that. And anytime you want to know what's going on with Laguna Beach Pride and things, I do know that there is a regular female impersonator show at Club 237 Ocean, and it's at Wednesday at 8 p.m. So, and then Tuesday it's karaoke with Peggy Perkins, which 2 things at the same venue, 237 Ocean. And you can go to their website and get all the details as well. And they also have a new chef, which is nice. I haven't tried the food, but I'll have to give it a try and give you a full report. What else is going on? There's a lot of news about a lot of people being unhappy about what was promised in this last election and what is actually happening. So with that thought, I have a song, which I do a lot lately. It seems my music is my message, which is not a bad thing.
You promised me just me and you. You promised me the moon and the sun, the birds and the sky. You promised me a wonderful life, they were on the lights. You promised me all diamonds and pearls that I never got. You promised me red roses and gold, but soon you forgot. You promised me just me and you. You promised me I could be your queen and you be my king. You promised me a white wedding dress, where is the ring? You promised me your tender caress, your kisses at night. So try to show it wasn't in vain, because I'm wasting my time. You promised me just me and you. Life will do. I don't know what to do with my life, but I know my rule is a second chance. You promised me, you promised me, you promised me to live for
Sunday kind of love, a love to last past Saturday night, and I'd like to know it's more than love at first sight. And I want a Sunday kind of love. Oh, yeah. I want a love that's on the square. Can't seem to find somebody, someone to care. And I'm on a lonely road that leads to nowhere. I need a Sunday kind of love. I do my Sunday dreaming, oh yeah, and all my Sunday scheming, every minute, every hour, every day. I'm hoping to discover a certain kind of lover who will show me the way, and my arms need someone to enfold, to keep me warm when Mondays and Tuesdays grow cold. Love for all my life to have and to hold. Oh, and I want a Sunday kind of love. Oh, yeah. I don't want a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday, oh, nothing but Sunday. Oh, yeah. I want a Sunday. I want a Sunday kind of love. Oh, yeah. Sunday kind of love.
Ah, yes, Sunday kind of love. Don't we all want a Sunday kind of love once in a while? I know I do. Eartha Kitt, what a icon. What else can I say as far as news? I do have scheduled for the 20. What is the? I better get the right date because well, it's important to have the right date. Would be the 23rd Sunday, so it's 2 weeks from today. Trisha and Dawn will be here. Trisha is a transgender person, and will be here to talk about her experience with helping people finding housing and fulfilling their being honest and true to themselves. Many, many, many things. If you listened last weekend, you get the full story on it. But and Dawn from the Friendship Shelter. And so this should be an interesting bringing together of two community people. And I will send out an email message to everyone with more details about it. You may want to tune in. What else we got going on? Then we also have Art Walking, which is coming this Thursday. And it's about, it's about Catalina Clay. There's a program at their museum called Catalina Clay. And two artists, Tom Borthwick and the other name is eluding me at the moment, will be here on air live with Leah, myself, and we will discuss everything artistic when it comes to pottery and how it's used, clay, how clay clay is of the earth and by the earth, and it's a lot more than what you might think. You know, you don't. It's not just about making an ashtray when in grammar school or grade school as a project. It's a lot more than that, and the art behind it, and the message, which is the art. And with that messaging and art, I think right now is a time that our art, whether it's music and Arlo Guthrie and messaging our feelings regarding many things in the world, particularly the political climate. Art can have a very, very, very loud voice, and that voice can resonate with a lot of people. And so there is a lot to be said for that. And when we do use our art to send that message, which art always has been message centric, and that's not a bad thing. So that's some of the stuff that's going on. If you want to send a message to Craig at rainbow-radio.org, please do let me know if someone you may want to have on the program, music you want to hear, stories you want to tell, events that are coming up, any of that. Craig at rainbow-radio.org.
My sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really want to see you, really want to be with you, really want to see you, Lord, but it takes so long, my Lord, my sweet Lord, my Lord, my Lord. I really want to know you, really want to go with you.
Sometimes that's what we feel, my sweet Lord. I'm not a religious person, however, but we all have our spirits, I do think, and we all are energy based, which is a common thing, and I think that that's how we are all connected. Yeah. So let's not go too deep into that. The economic report the economy was something I wanted to report on, and I will probably do that like once a month. So this is my first one, and I thought, let's keep track of what's going on in our world and our country. So as of March 8th, 2025, here's an overview of the United States economic performance year to date, focusing on the stock market, unemployment, the cost of living, and inflation. So first, the stock market. S&P 500 index reached an all-time high, the highest ever in its history, of 6,144.15 on February 19th, which is not that long ago. However, following the announcement of new tariffs by President Trump, the S&P 500 experienced a decline of 6.1% from its peak, which is huge. 2 or 3% is considered big, but 6.1 is unfortunately. NASDAQ, similarly, the NASDAQ 100 hit a record high of 22,144.16. So I think that represents optimism that then reality sets in. And on February 14th, that happened. Before declining 8.8% due to market reactions to trade policies and global economic concerns. So that did a nosedive too. The NASDAQ declined much more than the S&P. Okay, so that's stock market. The other one, unemployment. Unemployment rate stood at 4.0% in January. In February, the economy added 151,000 jobs, but the unemployment rate rose slightly to 4.1. So unemployment went up just a bit. Cost of living and inflation, that's a good one. Inflation has been on the rise with the consumer price index, the CPI, increasing from 2.4 in September to 3% in January. So it went up about 0.6%, the consumer price index. This uptick is attributed to higher grocery, housing, and utility costs, partly due to the impact of new tariffs leading to increased prices for imported goods. In summary, the U.S. economy has faced challenges in early 2025, including stock market volatility and a slight uptick in unemployment and rising inflation, influenced by recent trade policies and global economic uncertainties, which would include probably Ukraine as far as an uncertainty. That's pretty much an uncertainty. Now, before I took my last music break, I spoke of art and art having a message, and I'm going to play this again as I have played it prior, but it is a message from Martin Kerr. He's a Canadian, Kerr, and you can see him on YouTube. And he took a classic song, changed the words, and put it out there, and it's getting a lot of hits. And I like his vocals are great. He's kind of, to me, like an Arlo Guthrie, with his guitar, just him and his guitar. Very simple sound, very message oriented tune, and it's from a classic, What's Going On, a Marvin Gaye classic from years ago. But anyway, I'm going to play it again because I think it's so significant with everything that's going on, and let's say it's significant in the way what art can send a message. So, and art traditionally is always sent a message. Sometimes in your face, sometimes you like it, sometimes you hate it, but it's always sending a message. And true to that, here we go.
4 more years and my mind is still wondering what happened down on Capitol Hill today. At the inauguration, the coronation, in the front row, Zuckerberg, Bezos, and Musk. Centie billionaires don't give a shit about us, so no. just for clarification. So I cry sometimes when I look at the news and I hear all the lies and wonder what's the use in trying. It's all a little familiar. I see the whole world go stepping up in line behind a sexual abusing pathological liar, and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And my friends, my so-called conservative friends, they try all the time to justify this madness. So I pray, oh my God, do I pray that we'll find a way to save us from these fascists. And so I cry sometimes when I look at the news and I hear all the lies and wonder what's the use in trying. It's so a little familiar. I see the whole world go stepping up in line behind a sexual abusing pathological liar, and I scream from the top of my lungs, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, hey, yeah, 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 hey, yeah, yeah. I said, hey, what's going on?
Hello, Laguna. I'm Elliot West, the host of KXFM's new show, Traveling West. Together, we will travel through the states and around the world and listen to the states/countries residing bands in each show. We'll go everywhere from the bustling coast of New York to the sunny beaches of our own California. We'll go from Tokyo to London and Killarney and everywhere in between. We may even have special guests for some episodes. Be sure to tune in Mondays at 6 to 7 p.m. for some great music of the world. See you guys there.
Hello, and welcome to Beth and Steve's Mondays. I want to just say we're so happy to be a part of this thing that's going on here. Every hour, you don't know exactly what it's going to be because nobody knows exactly what they're going to be doing. That's how I operate anyway.
Tune into KXFM on Monday mornings at 11 o'clock for music and mirth with Beth and Steve Wood. First class community radio in Laguna Beach. It's KXFM.
Laguna's Community Radio.
Laguna's Community Radio. Craig here, Rainbow Radio here every Sunday from 10 a.m. to noon. And we're in our halfway through our second hour with mostly music today. It's kind of a chill out day, I might add. And there are a few important messages that I got out there already. I do want to reintroduce again the Laugh Awards, which stands for Laguna Achievement Festival, and that's coming up. And that's a biggie. It's a biggie. But the important thing to really help us out with this, and it's no cost to you, is to go vote. So if you're adamant about who might be a celebration of all things Laguna, you can go vote on what you think is most important in Laguna, and we will celebrate that on the 29th of March. But for now, please go to kxfmradio.org/LAF. That's Larry Andrew Frank. LAF. So kxfmradio.org/LAF, and vote for who you think is best represents the community and celebration of all things Laguna. And it should be a fun event. So it's a Laguna Achievement Festival where we recognize those who have most achievious. Is that a word? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, this next song is been my theme in December, and it's continuing on. And it's an artist that a dear friend of mine introduced me to, and I'm going to dedicate it to her, Lynn. And the artist is Jamie Cullum. And it's back to my theme that if you can make someone happy, you will be happy too.
Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy. Make just one heart the heart you sing to. One smile that cheers you. One face that lights when it's near you. One girl, you're everything to. Fame, if you win it, comes and goes in a minute. Where's the real stuff of life to cling to? Love is the answer. Someone to love is the answer. Once you found her, build your world around her. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy, and you will be happy too. Fame, if you win it, comes and goes in a minute. Where's the real stuff of life to cling to? Love is the answer. Someone to love is the answer. Once you found her, build your world around her. Make someone happy. Make just one someone happy, and you will be happy too.
Jamie Cullum on the piano and a beautiful vocal. And with that, a nod, a smile, a wink, all those things are free, and they can really matter to someone who needs a nod, a smile, or a wink in their life to brighten their day. And that's my word of the day. Give someone a wink and a nice smile. See what happens. It's all good. There's a song that was out, oh God, it was 20 years ago, maybe more. It's called where Michael Jackson and, I don't know, The Boss and just about everyone in the entertainment world collaborated on. And it was called We Are the World. And it's kind of appropriate right now, I think. And so here's a remastered version of it. We Are the World.
There comes a time when we heed a certain call, when the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. Pretending day by day that someday will soon make a change. We are the one of God's great big family, and the truth, and no love is all we need. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Well, send them your heart, so they know that someone cares, and their lives will be stronger and free. The stars have shown us by turning stone to bread, and so we all must lend a helping hand. We are the world, we are the children, we are the ones to make a brighter day. So let's start giving. We're saving our lives. It's true, we make a better day, you and me. We get down and out, let's sing for hope and all. But if we just believe, there's no way we can fall. Well, when the love to realize, all that it's gonna come. When we stand we are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. Gonna make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own life. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. We are the world. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Oh, let me hear you. We are the world. We are the children. We are the children. We are the ones who make a better day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true, we make a better day, just you and me. Come on, let me hear you. We are the world. We are the children. We are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our lives. It's true, we make a better day. Just you and me. Yeah, yeah. We are the world. We are the children.
So how many voices did you recognize in that song, from Lionel Richie to Janet Jackson, the Boss? I don't think everyone was in that. And, you know, at this time in the world, it seems like when money is there's so much money spent on campaigns and all that other stuff, wouldn't it be nice if it was just generous kindness and love that helped everyone out in the world that are not as fortunate as the rest of us? I think that would be a wonderful thing. And it's time again. I mean, that song, yeah. Oh, there's so much to be done, so many things that can be done to make the world a better place. Not that it's terrible, but you know, there's always room for improvement, right? All right. So what do I have next? Well, with that, maybe we can imagine a better world. And if we think about it long enough, maybe it will happen.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for. And no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people cheering all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us and the world will live as one.
And we can hope that the world will live as one. And with hope, I'm segueing into my next song. We got to have hope.
Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high instead of letting go, just remember that ant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
With double call and your back to the wall, there's a lot to be learned. That wall could fall.
Once there was a silly old ram, thought he'd punch a hole in a dam. No one could make that ram scram. He kept butting that dam 'cause he had high hopes. He had high hopes. He had high apple pie in the sky hopes. So anytime you're feeling bad, instead of feeling sad, just remember that ram. Oops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam. Oops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam.
Problems just a toy balloon. They'll be bursting soon. They're just bound to go pop.
Oops, there goes another problem curve plop. Oops, there goes another problem curve plop.
Okay, curb pop. It was supposed to play a commercial in there, and it didn't. So you have me back here on KXFM 104.7, Craig Cooley Rainbow Radio, here every Sunday morning from 10 to noon. If you have anyone you'd like to see on the program or anything you'd like to announce, let me know. Craig at rainbow-radio.org. And what do I have next? I have Maroon 5. I can't say more than that. Maroon 5.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your.
Tequila drinker, double shot, yeah, I need you. I know this life, it look nice, but it get deeper. I run from reapers, dodge bullets from Glock Ninas. I live my life trying to prove myself to non-believer. Gotta stop that, the devil talking, I block that. Got some homies in heaven now that watch my back. For all this pain, we numb it with champagne. 100 bottles in the club, that's a goddamn shame.
Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey, hey. Everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your.
Nah, I done lost love, lost 50s, lost dubs, lost fights, nigga, lost life for loved ones. Lost time, press and rewind, it won't budge. It's alright, you can tell me your truth, I won't judge. I done lost two relationships you can call true. You hit me up and I'm gonna fall through. Telling lies to sound true like it's all you. Learn to love what's imperfect, that's what God do.
Everybody hurts sometimes, everybody hurts someday. Hey. Everything gon' be alright. Gonna raise a glass and say, hey. Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way, cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your Memories bring back your Memories bring back your
Memories. So I'm about ready to wrap it up here on KXFM Rainbow Radio. I have one more song in the queue, and I'm out of here. To go out and enjoy the day and hopefully make someone happy with a smile, a wink, and what was the other one? A wink, a smile, and a nod. A wink, a smile, and a nod. Wink, smile, and nod. Those three things will get them every time. Anyway, it's a beautiful day here in Laguna Beach. It's 61 degrees, and at noon, well, if you're on the old time, at 11, but it is daylight savings time. And if you haven't turned your clock forward, you remember, spring forward, fall back. If you haven't turned your clock forward, then you're at the wrong time, because it's almost noon. It's just about 5 minutes to noon. So anyway, thanks for tuning in, and I hope you're all back next week again. And then on the 23rd, I do have some guests. I may have some guests this coming week. And I wanted to give a shout out to a birthday to Devin. It's his birthday today. So happy birthday, Devin. Love you. Love your hair. Hope you win. Anyway, that's an old saying, but we're going to take it away with one last song. You get what you give. And boy, ain't that true. So give good things and get good things back. Don't do the other. Okay? Have a great day. Thanks.